because that was a good one. So I hope that we can recreate that one. The time is now clicking. Spirit was just saying that there's a lot of glitches going on. So when I went to click off of it, nothing uploaded. So it looked like, and it's just stopped at 64 minutes. So I don't know where that 64-minute video went. So I'm not sure. Anyways, we did an amazing activation and I showed everybody how to heal. So I hope that it's somewhere in YouTube land. But it said that there was a 64-minute video, and then when I went to click off, it didn't upload the way it normally does. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, if it's just now erased forever or what, but we'll see. So there's only another 20 minutes left here, so we're just going to read through again the boring part. I know, it was really good. It was really good. It said it recorded in 64 minutes, but when I clicked off, it usually goes to download, and then I can see it. I can see the numbers, but there's nothing there, so I hope. So again, Source Creator is infinite in the imagination, and for us to pull on the inspirations, and remember that inspirations come through the pineal, and it is from your higher self, so that's how you know it's godly. And that's how I said in all of my other previous downloads, is that those that think that they can gain higher intelligence through any other way, whether it be a robot or whether it be AI or anything like that, they can't. The higher self is the highest intelligence, and so anything that you are inspired with, anything that you just wake up with an inspiration to really get excited about, and those things that you're really excited about, those are coming right through the pineal from the higher self, and that's meant to be in your field. It's meant to be a part of your soul's blueprint. And why you're always really inspired in certain ways through certain themes, like mine is healing and leading. I want to teach people to be better leaders of themselves and to be better leaders of the planet and better leaders of love. So I'm always going to get inspired through those things. And so just understand that the inspiration comes from the higher self. It comes from spirit, because it is in spirit, right? It quickens the matter form. It quickens how we think. It quickens our connection with spirit and the higher selves and the higher realms that are infinitely creating higher imaginations for us. We have imagination all the way up to the infinite, right? It's beyond even the 13th dimension. Our imagination is infinite, and that's what Source Creator is. Source Creator is, if anything, it's in Creator's name, the being the source of all that is life. And so it must be infinitely inspired. That's why there's such diversity. And how can we, in the smaller levels of 3D, compartmentalize what's needed and what's not needed, who's here to stay, who's not here to stay, who gets killed and who doesn't get killed, and who has say over that. And those are such, bigoted hate experiences, and that's not godly on any level. We're here to be as diverse and unified in our diversity, and to not separate through religion, or not separate through gender, or not separate through all these things that keep us stuck and stagnant in vibrational boxes of hate and discrimination. Those are never ever the way. If you logically look at Source Creator, all that is life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. There was just a spirited ball of light there. I don't know if you guys saw it. All of those that, if you're inspired to be of spirit, in the creational imagination of spirit, Source is infinitely imaginative. Source is infinitely creating. It's in Source's name, and therefore, thus, then all is life, all is Source Creator, all is one. And so there is no discrimination to what is more needed and what's not more needed. It's all creation. It's all valid. It's all relevant. It all shows us the paradox and the paradigms that is the infinite dodecahedron. It's the omnipresent. It's always creating. So release judgment and be happy and be loving in who you are, and be happy and loving in all moments that you're creating. It is the inspiration to continue creating, to continue again. Get in the elevator and push the button. I won't respond to ignorant comments. And remember that your IP addresses are always being investigated. The imagination is, and it belongs to each and every person. It belongs to Creator. It belongs to all that is nature. Everything that the Creator creates is inspirational. It has inspiration from the imagination of Source Creator, from the omnipresent, from all that is. Every aspect of human life is an inspiration. It has been created from the inspiration of the Creator. That's why all of us are the Source Creator. And how could we judge it as not, right? Everything before us is Source Creator. It's such an imagination. It is the mechanism of all that is science, of all that is source. It is the state of the inside and the outside and the above and the below. The imagination is all that is. The imagination is the mind of source. The higher self is the mind of source. feeding us the higher energies of Source Creator. So again, when you're about your path and you're taking these choices of what should I do, what shouldn't I do, and you're all caught up in the everyday minutia of life and the machinations of life, if you just tune in with your heart space and you tune in with your higher self, you'll be guided in the highest and right path. And that's why those of us that have been practiced in the alignment and practiced in our relationship with Source, we always give you the highest and the simplest way to move yourself into higher form, to higher shift, to shift your vibration, to shift your core vessel, to shift your chakras, to shift your mentality, heart, mind, body, and soul is through truth. And making it right is that alchemic experience. How do you make it right what you were yesterday? How do you make it right for those that you've hurt? How do you make it right with those that you owe an apology to, or you owe money to, or you owe something to? That's how you're going to be giving back, because you've taken so very much. That's what making it right is. It's showing that there must be balance. We cannot go in a universe where there's just imbalances. It must be balanced out. If you've taken so much from somebody through harvesting, through copying their content or lying or any of these things, then you need to give back. You need to make it right. Your soul is going to keep taking from you or blocking you or doing whatever the universe will do through your guides, through your higher self. Your higher self will say no more. You cannot keep taking from people. You cannot keep hurting people. It will be stopped. And therefore the karma will start to create, because you've intended that into your energy. You've intended that into the reality. You have been spewing out certain energies that is coming back to you, and you must alchemize it. If you're not going to alchemize it, then you're not taking the lesson for what that is. You can alchemize it, take the lesson in. You didn't have to spew those energies. You didn't have to do hurtful things. You didn't have to choose to take money to take people out. You didn't have to choose to lie about people. You didn't have to choose to do those things, but you did. So how do you make it right? If you said those lies to hurt somebody, you can bring truth to make it better for your soul and theirs, because you are them and they are you. These are the only ways through ascension, dear lighted ones. You can't get any way around it. You will not get through ascension by doing spell work and dumping your lies and dumping your karma on other people. You cannot veil. You cannot pay anybody to take on your lies. You cannot pay anybody to do binding work. You cannot pay anybody to swap destinies. You just can't. It will not be allowed, and you will be sat down every time, and those people are being shown that they are. The only way through is healing. You must heal why you have chosen to do what you have done to others and yourself, because what you do to others is what you do to you. This is the lesson of oneness. It doesn't matter if it's a shadow government. It doesn't matter if it's a cult or coven that thinks they have power over you. They don't. The government will be shown in every way. The government that has done everything to fabricate my life from day one, and to deny me the monies that are mine, to deny me my freedoms and my rights that are mine, to deny me my absolute liberation, that I've never signed anything for anybody to use my name or my image that has been used in blasphemic ways that has been used. Everybody has made a lot of money off of me, and no signatures at any time were ever given. There was no instruction, there was no discussion, there was no permissions, there was no apologies, there was no discussion on anything. I don't have any bosses, and nobody stands above me to say, I get to use you however I want, and I'm not going to pay you, and I'm going to abuse you, and I'm going to make your life hell. So you're living in basically a reality of punishment and enslavement. That's what I've been living in, vibrational punishment and enslavement. Through gangs and bullies and groups that were led by lies, that were led by absolute 100% lies and fabrications. Nobody came to speak to me in person to validate anything that had ever been said about me. Nobody. They just went about the low groupthink hate train. And they all got paid. They all got paid to hate. They all got paid to do spell work. They all got paid to steal. They all got paid to say false things. They all got paid to go into court and ruin their soul's reputation. They've ruined their soul's reputation. The only way for them to make right on their soul's reputation is to bring truth. You have to make right what you've done. You bore false witness on behalf of the courts. And because our courts are so corrupt, there were judges and lawyers that were involved and police that were involved. That's why it's taken forever to get justice. I should have already been living my best life helping millions heal. But no, there's selfish cults and covens that think that they have entitlement and ownership of me and my soul. They don't. It doesn't matter what their small little practices were in their underground black ass webs. It doesn't matter what they were doing. It doesn't matter what their choices were. It has nothing. It has not an ounce of say. It doesn't even have of energy on my life. It doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. False marriages, sacrifices and voodoo, and all the magic that is done, it means nothing. because you're not the writer of my life. I am. I am the writer of my soul and my destiny. No, nobody shall touch me. That has been written by the highest of the heavens to up to the 13th dimension. There ain't nobody in low vibrational 3D earth that thinks they are greater than thy creator of infinite imagination and inspiration. They're just not. They're completely misguided by those that have been misguided, by those that are not well, by those that are imbalanced, by those that have not chosen to heal their wounds of greed and gluttony and selfishness and envy and jealousy. Heal your wounds, dear lighted ones. Everything is held within the healing, and I've shown you that. And I hope that that last video goes through, because that was a great healing. And I hope, that you take those affirmations and write them down and try it on your own, because I show you in real time. I show you in real alchemy what happens when you heal. Those are profound energies that were held when I was a child that came forward to be healed. And now I have greater inspiration. I have greater flow of light. Right? I show you. Consciousness is the bandwidth through which all is held within potential. So remember, the bandwidth of every dimension is vibration and information. As you open up for imagination, you're getting more information. So again, work with that every day. Say, open up and work with your higher self. I'm accessing higher vibrational intelligence and information. Because what is your dimension? Vibration and information. And of course, Source Creator is infinite in all things. Source Creator has infinite information, infinite intelligence, infinite inventiveness, infinite creativity, infinite poetry and prose, right? Because you're infinite all the way up to the 13th dimension. So start working it as a soul. Start seeing yourself as an infused soul of infinite imagination. We get to inspire new earth. We are here to inspire new grounds. We are here to inspire new soils. We're here to inspire new ways that we can care for our waters and our air and our children. And we can come up with, hopefully better education systems where the children aren't learning the same things we've learned. The children should be learning light intelligence, because they are light. We shouldn't be wasting our time with things that we can be teaching them in a part-time class. They should be learning about light intelligence and connecting with their higher self. That's why they're here. And of course, all of my teachings and all of the other light teachings are suppressed, and light workers get impaled and light workers get targeted. And so you're going to see more and more of these corruptions and more of these secret societies being moved out by other aspects of Archangel Michael's warriors that are coming on to assist in the cleaning up of the corrupt systems. And this is done directly through Archangel Michael in the heavens. There's already been the shifting out and the karma that has been written. People have been given enough time. People have known very blatantly. People have been shown and spoon-fed how to heal. People have been shown and spoon-fed on what to do. People have been shown and spoon-fed on how to move into a higher pivot point. Pivot now, alter course. We've been saying this for quite some time. Go back to all my videos. It's proven and dated. And I have emails back even further with those people, specifically my ex in the cult and coven, to say this is what's going to happen if you don't stop doing what you're doing. And exactly things are happening and unfolding now of exactly what I said, because you're not letting go of my energy, and you're refusing to let go of my energy. You're refusing to not to do right and to give me the monies that are meant for me, because you're still all wounded and you think that I'm the reason why your life is looking the way it looks. Your reason why your life looks the way it looks is purely 100% because of you. I am your mirror to say, I am your karma and I will face you. What you have been doing is wrong. What you have been doing has been hurting people. What you have been doing is illegal, and you are criminals. The cult in Calgary, these are criminal offenses that you have been doing, and you have been taking it upon yourselves not to even question. If somebody says go out and attack somebody and sabotage them and bear false witness in courts and bear false witness on papers and documents that you sign your spirit and your soul to karma. You are signing your soul and your family and your lineage to karma when you do such. And you've agreed to. By what? By whom? By somebody that says you're their cult leader or they have guidance? These people are mentally not well. And you've just signed your lineage to karma. Be very aware, dear lighted ones, in the cults and covens and the rooms that you sit within your lower group think, whether it's a government room, boardroom, whether it's a cult or a coven or Masonic group. You are only as smart as the highest person in that room. Therefore, thus then, low vibrational group think is very evident in each and every one of your actions and one of your schemes and plots and plans. Anything to harm or hurt anybody, each and every one of you know, because each and every one of you are very well educated. Each and every one of you are a part of society, and you have gone to school in higher vibrational ways that most people hadn't had the money and hadn't had the privilege to do, but you did. All of you had privilege. You have higher education that most people don't. You are elites. And the elites have been given favor in such roles and attributions and monies. And you've taken advantage of it, and you've used it and abused it in every way possible. And this is why your karma will be so harsh. And you will not be given any further mercy. You will not be given any further time. You have been given such over and over and over again. You've been given billions of chances to make right on the tampering and the degradation that you have done to souls in purposely harming them. Purposely bringing lies and defamations to people that are so sweet and innocent they wouldn't hurt an insect. And yet you think it's funny that you go and create lies and you hack into their accounts and you steal money before they even have a chance to get it. How is it okay that a divine feminine healer that's never hurt anybody, before she receives one penny, these people and these seething wolves and these vampires and these vampiric beings are going to steal the money before she even gets it? How is that okay? And they feel justified and they feel entitled to punish her and do that. How is that okay? And does that not seem like there is something mentally wrong there? Please go and get assessed. If this is the level of hate that each and one of you have, whether it be the shadow government, saying who gets hurt and who doesn't get hurt, and who's going to pay YouTube and who's not going to pay YouTube, which I've shown very blatantly. YouTube, I have shown blatantly your disregard and your human rights discriminations on my YouTube channel. I've shown blatantly. I've shown blatantly the pilfering where my views go missing and my views never come back, and the playing of my upload dates. I have shown blatantly what goes on and the hate comments that come on every time I go live. I show very blatantly about the abuses. Where is the making right, oh humanity? Because your souls are on the line. You must care or must not. It's up to you. Your choices are. But make no mistake, the universe will not hold tight and wait for everybody to make their decision to say an apology or to bring a truth or to make things right. The universe won't wait. Ascension is ascension. We're moving on. Thank you for your time here. You will be moved. You are not untouchable. To every government person, to every special agent person, to every person that thinks that they're secret and they're doing their things in the dark and they're never seen or known. Every transaction and every click you do is seen by an overhead of beings that are beyond you, the beings that are beyond this earth. And they are called the watchers of the planet, and they're here to make sure, just like I am, that there is higher order and it won't fall into extinction and entropy. Because so many are stuck in demonic energies, demonic attachments, because of the debaucherous actions, because of the refusing to heal. We've told you these things over and over and over again, the core issues of humanity's problems. What is needed is higher light intelligent teachings so that you can reconnect and build a relationship with spirit again. Bring spirit into everything that you do. And it has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with spirit. Your importance of who you are as a higher vibrational being of light as God, emulation of the heavens, a representation of light and love. Because we each are. Discrimination has been our greatest struggle and obstacle. We are one, dear lighted ones. Whatever you have been taught, told, and shown is holding you in boxes and holding you in entropy. And it's only you that can take yourself out of it. Who are you? The last lifetime you were born as a Jew. You were born as something that you are defaming right now. Did you know that? Sit with that and heal it this weekend. Have an intention to heal your discriminations. Anybody that is triggered by a divine feminine Messiah that comes forward and shows you your karma. I am showing you your karma. These are just truths. It's not anything I'm doing to you. This is who I am as my job. My job is to show you your karma. You will be seen for everything that you have done and everything that you've thought has been hidden. The shadow governments and their inciting and their horrible, inhumane experiences like MK Ultra and Project Stargate. In what anybody's mind would you place any of those agendas on a table, and in any consciousness and any conscience of being human would ever say that any one of these acts is humane and okay for a planet? In what mind would any of it be okay to say we're going to target a certain group of humanity and we're going to see how they do and we're going to hunt them and then we're going to put them through so many obstacles and see if they're going to survive? In what audacity? In what audacity would any of this be okay? And being paid by the people's money or by the inheritances that are meant to go legally to the people of the victims that you're attacking, which is exactly what's happened to me. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money on me, and your only way out is to go to the authorities and tell exactly what you know. Don't leave anything out, dear lighted ones. Your soul is on the line. And this is a truth. If you choose to have another incarnation, if you choose to have your children move about with less karma, if you choose to come back ever, if you choose to ever have a relationship with Source, ever, 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 ever. This is the last 3D timeline. It's being closed immediately. We're now going into 4 and 5D. There's no more opportunities. There's no more windows. There's no more grace period. There's no more opportunities. This is it. These are truths, and we've been speaking them for some time. God's not going to be put on hold for you. Ascension is. If you don't like my channel, you can move. When I channel, I close my eyes. That's called channeling. Go look it up, do your research. This is my channel. I will move about my channel in whatever way I wish. Again, you're on my channel. You're coming to my vibration. If you don't like it, move. This is my vibration. I'm not changing. This is who I am. This is how I channel. I channel. It's called channel. It's called channeling. Go look up the word channel. Go look up what is spiritual channeling. Go look it up. Again, where's the respect, people? You have no idea who I am, and yet ignorance is everywhere. I have a YouTube channel. Yes, a channel is something on TV and on a radio. I'm also channeling spirit, and when I channel spirit, I close my eyes. Why? Because I'm a seer. That's how I see things. I see through channeling. It's all called declares and channeling. Many channels do this. Bashar, Daryl Anka, Daniel Scranton, Cryon. Go look at all of these channelers. They all close their eyes. That's how we channel. We connect with spirit. As soon as we close our eyes, we're connected with our third eye, our higher self. That's how we've managed ourselves. That's how we manipulate within ourselves and higher self. We say, as I close my eyes, I'm connecting with my third eye. I'm connecting with my higher self. Here I am, higher self. I surrender to you. What shall I bring messages to the holy collective? Because you are holy, dear lighted ones, I'm reminding you. So have respect when you come to my channel. Thank you. We're moving forward, dear lighted ones, and some of us are here for guides and teachers, and if you choose not to be taught or guided by any of us in the higher vibration wisdoms, then you can please move on. These are free will channels. It's a free channel to come on here and to leave. And thank you to those that graciously open their hearts to give us donations, because there is a financial mess that I still have to clean up. I have a financial mess I have to clean up by all of the people that thought they were entitled to screw with my life on every level of my financial life, through which I sit homeless, and they think that I'm not yet ready to receive. These people are not well mentally. They're not well mentally because they've had decades of voodoo and black magic, which I also predicted. Go back to my videos, do your research. I predicted that if you continue to do this, your mind will go in mental degradation, because your mind and your body and your cells and your matter body are not meant to be impaled and to be forced and conjured in rituals of hate and darkness. That's not the body's purpose, is to be in darkness and hate. And if you do, your brain will show degradation, early Alzheimer's and dementia. Go look it up. I want you to be more commanding over your reality, dear lighted ones. If you choose to act and behave negatively on the infinity, there's a negative, a neutral, and a positive. If you continually act in your karmic cycle of negativity because you are wounded, and if you refuse to heal your wounds, I am your mirror of karma. These are the soul truths of how a soul progresses through all creational time through Source Creator's bedding of offering to you. Source offers you infinite bedding of eternal life, but you have to earn it. You have to earn it by being love and light and giving yourself healing for the 51 karmic experiences of divine feminine masculine woundings that you're now here to face. You're here to face these woundings. Instead of pretending like it doesn't matter and nobody sees you and everything you do is under the blanket because you have a few people in the CIA or you have a few people in a secret society and they're going to protect you. I'm telling you right now, they will not protect you. Everyone is being handed out karma. You will not be protected. If you have a person that has said, I'm going to protect you, I'm in the police inc, or I'm in the government, or I'm in this, or I'm in that, it doesn't matter what they say they are in. You are here to speak on behalf of your soul and your soul's progression. Your soul's progression is for you to redeem yourself through thought, word, and deed on why you're here and what you're here to learn and grow as a soul. You cannot move into a 5D reality which is unified with all consciousness and all creation if you are denying somebody the pains and the traumas and the suffering and the punishment. The punishment that I have gone through at the hands of other people that was 150,000% unnecessary. It was illegal, it was inhumane, and it was cruel. And I show people how to heal through such cruelty. And I don't deserve for people to come on that are ignorant, that have no idea who they are, to come in and create, again, blasphemic comments. Every YouTube channel is free will. Keep your comments to yourself. And if you're doing so over and over again, it means you're being paid to be hateful. And that is organized hate, and therefore then you will be pulled out. And you will be charged. And you will be charged appropriately for every time that you have come and brought damage to my life that I didn't deserve it. I'm giving you truths for your soul. You're either going to choose a certain path or you're going to continue in your karma. It's up to you. Do you choose to move in another incarnation, yes or no? Do you choose eternal life, or do you choose eternal Epstein Earth, where you will move into eternal hell? You cannot be given another body if you do not have to heal and be appreciative of the one you have now. It just won't be. That's not a rule in creation. Again, which government and which beings are teaching you to say, you can go out and abuse whatever you want, you can go out and abuse whoever you want, you can go and do death threats, and you can go and do whatever you want to anybody else. You can do this. Go and do whatever you want to anybody else, and don't worry, you're going to be given a body, and don't worry, we're going to protect you, and don't worry, we're going to give you money anyways. So you can do all the crime you want, you can do all the hate you want, you can go out and kill people, and we're going to give you their money. And we're going to blame the victim. This is how egregious this has been. Every single person involved will be charged. Every single person is going to be charged, and their names will be known, and their positions will be known, and the details of my case will be known, because these are powerful healing lessons for humanity. Nobody has the right to own or feel entitled to abuse someone to the point of enslavement and punishment just because we have figured it out and we get to heal. And we choose not to be abused anymore. We choose to come forward to be expressive beings however we choose to express. If I choose to close my eyes 1 second and open them the next, I choose that. That's my beingness. I'm a sovereign being. Do you see the mentality? Do you see the impact of ignorance? Do you see the impact of hate? Do you see the impact of these people that do what they do? They will come on to distract you and throw you off in whatever way they can. They're paid to do that. Who is paying these people? There are shadow governments, there are agendas, and I'm saying, in what reality, in what level of mental capabilities and astuteness does anyone have to sit in a boardroom and place it on a table and place papers on a table to say, you're going to go and attack this person and you're going to make sure they never get up? You're going to make sure that we're going to steal their money, and you're going to do everything you can to block them because they're not meant to go forward. They're not meant to be their higher self. They're not meant to speak their truth. This is your goal. And there's many people that listen because they want to know if they're going to be freed of their karma. You won't be, because you haven't made right. The only way to make right is to go to the authorities and speak fully and clearly on everything that has been done and who has been directing you and guiding you and how have you been paid and who's been paying you. These are actual freaking crimes, people. These are premeditated murder, conspiracy to create murder, conspiracy to do murder, conspiracy to infect, conspiracy to take out, conspiracy to do spiritual hits, conspiracy to ruin financially, conspiracy to sabotage, conspiracy to isolate, conspiracy to mentally degrade and do false claims and tamper with evidence, destroy evidence. These are federal crimes, dear lighted ones, and there's over 17 of them that all of you have been involved in, just in this one cult. Nobody had the right to tap into my personal information, my medical information. Nobody had any right. There was no signatures given, none whatsoever. There has never been signatures given for me to be a part of any human testing, any human anything. There's been no permissions given for anybody to use my image, my name, or my energy, or my stories. Everything is my life. It's my energy. It's mine to use and mine to benefit from. I haven't received a penny from anybody. I don't work for anybody. There's nobody that is my boss. I'm a sovereign creator. Sovereign. And yet people have been using me and abusing me left, right, and center, and I've been left homeless, and you still think that I deserve more punishment. After surviving over 3,000 of your rituals and sacrifices, I haven't received a penny from anybody. And I give my contact information, I give the banking details of where you're supposed to send the paperwork, and coming forward with your truth to make your souls right. You obviously choose don't care. There's no more time left. There's no more time left. So thank you for the experience. It's been really wonderful. None of you will ever have another incarnation with any of my lineage or with any aspects of me ever again. You will never co-create with me ever again. Thank you so much for the lessons. None of you have any weight with me. You're all forgiven. I have learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. And I feel so much deeper in love that I can forgive all of you and I can move on to a new beginning because I do deserve love. I do deserve to shine in who I am. I do deserve to give my godliness because in the sessions that I just gave previous to this, I can heal millions of people at a time just by being me. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to fake. I don't do spell work. I don't cloak. And I'm certainly not insane. And I've proven it because your insanity charges and your insanity accusations is what you're going through right now, each and every one of you. Each and every one of you will be blocked mentally. Each and every one of you will be blocked financially. Each and every one of you will be blocked in your families and in love and in anything else that you try to do. Because God gave you notice. The heavens gave you notice. Your ancestors gave you notice. Your spirit guides gave you notice. You will be stripped of all of your gifts, skills, and your talents, for there are none. You'll be stripped of everything that you stripped me of and left me for dead, homeless, and on the street. And you laughed and you partied and you went on vacations. You went to Europe and you flew around, you went in fancy hotels, you spent my money, and you spent all the monies that were supposed to be meant for me, so I can give it back to humanity. So dear lighted ones, in this, I'm leaving. Thank you so much, and we love you.